instill that to other kids uh, as well and other people. And as I was saying previously, my goal is to help help others as well, help my people. I'm for my people. Um, and as I grow, get more financially secure, things I want to do, programs, events. Because these kids, I was actually talking yesterday with my brother Jay. You know, shout out to brother Jay. You know, uh, we were talking about how, and I first found this out when uh homie of mine Dale, we were working on something together. For the young men, young brothers out here, and we went to a couple places to pitch what we were trying to do, the program we were trying to do. And the ladies, it was I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember the center we went to, but the ladies that we pitched it to, they were very interested, but they had to go to a medium, someone else, to accept it. And those people were looking at, well, what kind of money is going to come in? We're like, what? You know what I'm saying? I was like,
What?
yeah, you know. And they didn't accept this. I felt some type of way about that. I was very emotional. I felt some type of way about that because Dale had extensive experience with the Boy Scouts and many young men he's worked with over the years that have grown up to be prosperous grown men that he still talks to this day. And what I noticed, I was telling them, I was like, man, I see how they have all these programs for the young sisters, dance, uh, other stuff, and nothing for the boys. All they really had for the boys was like basketball, typical stuff, basketball, maybe some football, running, nothing constructive to build their minds. Just like stuff to exert aggression. Yeah, naturally, boys are aggressive. Young brothers are aggressive, but uh, not every last one of us. And even if we are, some of us, we need something more, to build on in basketball or punching bag or something. What about the kids that are into computers, music? And I ain't talking about rap and all. I'm talking about like actual composing, music, reading and writing, music, piano, violin. What about the ones that are into art, cooking, you know, uh, uh, sewing and knitting, crocheting, stuff for, clothing, mace, stuff like that. Stuff not only that is constructive to learn and build your mind, but also you could have a trade to where you'll never be hungry again. That's another thing we don't have either. Trade schools. They took those out when my parents were still in high school or getting out of it, and they did that to stop black folk from prospering because we were getting out, getting like plumbers licenses and this and that, and we didn't have to go to college, because we had a career, and a lot of them now that some of the last ones that from that crop that got the the welding job, all that stuff, they're living better than me now for the longest, living better. And they took those away. Trade school, we don't even have. They used to have them in the high schools when my dad and my mother and all of them were going to high school. They had that, you know, and they took those away. And the programs are designed for the young brothers not to have anything because we are the providers, we are the protectors. And if we don't have anything to build us as young men, we can't be great fathers. And then what does that do? You know, what does that do? Nothing. We can't grow. We can't build families. Nothing. And then we'll continue the trend of single mothers, uh, our fathers locked up, and things like that. So that's one of my goals. To help build programs here in the city and as well as other places, but primarily this city. This is where I live at. This is where I grew up at. You know, so to help the young brothers here to be effective and useful in society for themselves and for others. Each one teach one. You know, and I'm going hard for that. And then not only that, investing in our neighborhoods, some of these bad areas before they get gentrified and then they throw us away somewhere or something like that. No, get enough money, and a lot of you. I'm sorry about that too. I know my voice went a little bit. I'm sorry. I pulled the microphone away. I'm sorry. Uh, invest in these neighborhoods and turn them to neighborhoods, not hoods. We glorify a lot of stupid shit, or and everything, and wear like a badge of honor. There's nothing to be proud of. You know, how are you proud of a neighborhood where a bunch of crime is going on and stupid shit and drugs and all that, and it's filthy because you don't clean up nothing, whether you own or rent. You don't take care of your area. Then when the property value drops down dirt low, and then they buy it up, powers that be buy it up and kick your ass out. Now you're complaining. Oh, we can't have nothing. Well, why don't you take care of where you live? Then they can't take it from you, and then eventually build up money or whatever, and buy where you live. So now it'll be more homeowners, and you guys take care of stuff. Like what I'm saying is going to take a while. We got a lot of growing pains to go through, but it has to start somewhere. Let's invest in these neighborhoods where we're at, so we can clean them up, clean up the crime, and build a real community. See, that's the problem. People like to say black community, like we really don't have a black community. Sorry, sorry for any of you brothers and sisters that may get mad at it. Oh well, it's the facts. We don't have a black community because we don't sit together for nothing. Yes, it was by design. A lot of it, all the way back to slavery. Yes, I know, but we are all have been aware of the programming, and we've been aware of it. This is not new. It's books. It's right in front of your eyes. All that. So come on, what are we going to do about it though? That's the issue. What are we going to do about it? We can't be happy for one another. You know, if you're lighter, you're considered weak. If you're darker, you're considered ugly. Uh, all type of stupid stuff. Uh, we can't even share good news. We are the only people, black folk. We get some money. It could be tax money, a good amount of tax money, a few thousand. The minute too many people know or the wrong person knows, you are in danger. That is sad. You are in danger of getting robbed, killed, whatever, just for that, for the money. And most people say, "Oh, well, people are desperate." Okay, that doesn't mean you should go hurt someone else who's trying to come up like you. Hurt them, kill them, and then when your dumb ass is in prison, or even worse, you might run into the wrong person that's that's ready for this stuff. Now you're killed or crippled because you want to be stupid. Like we all got the same 24 hours. Like I said in the last episode, get up off your ass. Get up and go do something. It's opportunity everywhere. Do they make it harder for us? Yes, I know this. Yes, it's designed for us to to for it to be harder, but it's not impossible. See, that's what they want you to think. A lot of stuff they do, or the barricades they put up toward us, is to discourage you, so you never even try or at all. You don't even start. Get up off your ass and do something for you, your family, and for others. It can inspire others. But yes, we have no black community, and then investing in our neighborhoods, we could turn it into community. Because you don't move the communities, you build it. So when you guys get some money, now naturally, obviously, you don't want to live in a bad area. Who does? I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to live in no bad area where a bunch of dumb shit happen, and you know, facts. At least find a neutral area or something like that. There's always somewhere to live. But what a lot of us do and still do, we move where we're not wanted. I don't even have to go any further because if you know, you know. We move where we're not wanted, and then you wonder why you get what you get when you move to somewhere you're not wanted. But we have to build communities. We have to build up our neighborhoods, and it starts with something as simple as keeping them clean. And then you know what else a community does? When you got a gang or a group of people committing crimes, strong arming people, hurting people, you know what a community does? A community, will come together. Like, we ain't having that. Either get you up out, run you up out of here, let the authorities handle you, or God forbid, we handle it ourselves. That's what the community does. Like, say for instance, with this snitch narrative, this bullshit. That if I'm a law-abiding citizen, yes, again, because I know what some of the stupid people might say. Well, the system is. I know the system is against us. I know it's racist. I know all this. You ain't telling me nothing new. But crime is crime. It's wrong. Is it right for someone to hurt someone, or someone shooting up our neighborhood where our kids live at? Bullets do ricochet. People get hit by strays all the time. How often do you see when these gang members are going after a rival gang member? They shoot up a car. They don't care at all who's in there, or shoot up a house, and instead of the person getting hit, the baby gets killed, the wife gets killed, something like that. So with this snitch narrative, if someone is in our neighborhood committing all these crimes, we all live here. We all want to be safe. We all don't want the trouble they're bringing. They're also helping, what I said previously, dropping property values within the enemy, the oppressor, can come in and take over the neighborhood, because it's going to be take over the neighborhood, so it's easier to buy. And instead of us coming together, someone coming forward, hey, this person is doing this, this, and that. This person was one shooting up stuff, breaking in our homes. You don't want to do anything because you're worried about being called a snitch. And I know the other thing people are going to say. Well, the police are not going to protect you. Uh, People, oh, have gotten killed for telling or testifying. That's a fact. I know this. Like I said, you're not telling me nothing new. Again, this is where community comes in. Well, community, there is strength in numbers, believe it or not. If there's strength in numbers with a gang, imagine the strength in numbers of a strong, like-minded community can have. So if if uh 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 if Rhonda is willing to testify on a drug ring that's plaguing our neighborhood, and she's being threatened with her life and all this stuff, we as a community come together, gun owners and people who don't know, whatever. We come together. No, you're not doing nothing to her. We're going to protect her. You try anything, we're going to defend her. That's what a community does. We come together. We look after each other's kids in the neighborhood, stuff like that. We don't see someone breaking your home when you're on a vacation or something like that, and then we just turn the blind eye. Oh, I ain't see nothing. Well, it ain't my house. Stuff like that. So we got a lot of work to do. A lot of, like I said, growing pains. And what I'm saying may not even happen in my lifetime. It may not, but hopefully one day it does happen, and we have to instill that in our kids because they're the future. Instill the truth in them about our history, our current, our current goings on, and all that, history in the present, and put the right values and morals in them, and hopefully they can stay on the right path long after we're gone, and then maybe something better could come of this. I only hope. So that's my thoughts on that and the state of crime here in Buffalo.